Hi. So in this video, I'm going to show how to access the textbook and some of the media that is in the text in order to learn and go over the material that you're supposed to work on before you actually do the homework and quizzes for this quarter. So let me start with, I'm in Canvas in the 116 module. First, a little bit about this. So if you click to modules, you can see week one. Everything that's talked about or covered in week one will be here. This will close and open if you click on it like this. Next Monday, week two module will pop up. It will be on top of this one. So the latest module will be the one on top. And every week, I'll change the home page. So when you log into Canvas, the first thing you see will be this page. In this case, it's the week one overview. I'll make one page like this every week to tell you what we're going to be covering and what is due, and the dates, important dates, and stuff like that. So I'm not going to explain a lot about Canvas. I'm assuming that most of you have taken a course with Canvas before. Just a few things here and there about how I organize things around Canvas. Okay, so I'm going to go to MyLab and Mastering, which is the site from Pearson. So I hope that you already, most of you already have an account here and you created one. If not, you click on any link that shows up here and it will prompt you to how to get an account and have them linked. And if you need to purchase the access fee code, purchase that code and to have access to the online materials. Okay, so I'm in, when you guys click on here, you will only see these links in the bottom, the ones that say students links. Okay, so I'm going to click on this one. If you click on this one, it takes you to the homework assignments. The quizzes will show up here too, but this is just the assignments that are due. I really think you should not just jump in to do the homework. I know that most students would just do that and click on the homework and, oh, I need to close on this one, sorry. I need to do this one first. I know most of you would just go and do the homework problems and get help from there and so on. But I think that if you take this like a class, what you really should be doing in a class, the regular class, what you are doing is you should, before you start the homework, you come to lectures, you listen to somebody explain concepts, you do examples on the board, and after that you go home and you do your homework. So this is what you would be doing after you came to class, right? So there is no class, no lecture on this online environment, but to substitute that, what you should be doing is click on My Lab on the second link, the link that would show us on the bottom. Then if you with e-text course home, that takes you to this page. And here you have your menu on the left will change a little bit, right? I see a little bit things are turned off because I'm an instructor. But here, if you click on chapter contents, for example, you have access to the whole book. So if you go chapter 1, for example, and you go assignments do this, and e-text chapter opener, and so on, I'm going to go to 1.2, for example. And it says, what should you do in 1.2? Well, the 1.2 section is about polynomials. I should probably watch a video first. You have 3 videos where they're explaining what is covered in this section, and they're not long. You're not going to be sitting in front of the computer for 15 minutes to the class. This is a 2-minute introduction of polynomials. So you can click here and make it full screen. You should be looking at, you do have an example over here of multiplying polynomials. There's another 2-minute example. It's not a lot of your time, but it will help you do this stuff. Okay. And you have a third one about expanding and multiplication of polynomials. Okay, so you should be doing this first before you go to the homework. So I was here. Then you can go to, of course, you can also go to the textbook. This will open your full textbook online. You do need to have the latest Adobe version and maybe the latest browser and check, and you have to clean your accept third-party cookies and allow pop-ups and all that stuff to make this work. So yes, that would happen. So this is a book. You can go and you probably have to go over some concepts and examples in the book. If you click here, every example that has a little box like this will open a problem similar to the homework for you to try. Okay. if you go over here, so this is a book that's like enhanced with these tools, right? And there's another you try. If you click on that one, it says now it's your turn to try a problem like this. And then there's another symbols that if you keep going, you'll find out there's another the same one. I'm gonna jump that one in. So if you continue, this has a video. This jumps exactly is a link exactly to the video we were watching before. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's the same kind of videos that you're saying. What kind? It does an example similar to the one on this example. This is a video. This one is an animation. So this little box turns on animation, which is something more interactive where it says, okay, let's start. It tells you. I don't know if you hear that. It read this, a voice read this words, and you play next. And it tells you step-by-steps to do. It says with the red, and then you multiply, and you click. So it's another way, it's like little video or interactive method to do an example. Okay. So you have more than just, I got a couple of comments on Canvas saying, oh, it's going to be a very tough class if you don't make any videos for us to go. We have to do the homework on ourselves. No, you're not. You are on yourselves, but you have access to enhanced textbook. Okay, so you pay a lot of money for this, and it's because you have. It's not a textbook only. It has these videos, and every section will have these animations and examples for you to go with, and hopefully it would help. Of course, I'm open to have questions, and I can try to answer questions over the discussion boards. I would encourage you to, if you're doing a homework problem, let me see if I can do a homework problem from here. Let me see if I can go to 1.2 homework. If you go to a problem here and you get stuck on a question, and you get here, and you can always click here and say question help. It says view an example. You click on that, and you get an example similar to the one you're doing, and it will work it through. You can do help me solve this. We'll explain you step by step on how to solve this one. And you can click on OK. And you can click on ask my instructor. If you click on ask my instructor, I'm going to receive an email with a link to your version of this question because it changes for each student. And you have a box here to make a comment about what is your question. Please don't spend time. Don't worry about taking a snapshot, a screenshot of the question. When you do this, I get a link to this question of yours, and if you already have it answered and you have it marked incorrectly, I see that as well. So just click on this as my instructor, and I get all the information we need to go over it. If I see a problem or a question coming up many times or a couple times at least, in these boxes and these emails, I will make a video, or I'll probably post a discussion problem on topic on the discussion board. So on Canvas, each week I'm going to have these discussion boards. One for about the class, one about the math. This one is supposed to be about things about the class, in the sense about the class setting, about registration, about Canvas. And these I wanted to be about the content of math. I want this to be per week. So right now, under week 1, these are right here. Right, so these 2 discussion boards, if you click on here, you can ask what's going on, and I can try to answer. So you can also ask the question directly here. Let me go to the other discussion board so you see what it looks like. So the other one had a few comments in here. So if somebody posts here something, somebody can respond, and you open a thread here, what's going on, okay? So please use these discussion boards, and as I said, if somebody asks a question via this Ask Their Instructor thing, I will probably respond in the discussion board anyways. It's like if somebody asks me a question in class, my response helps more than just that student, right? So instead of repeating the solution or help to just one student, I will post it on the discussion board, and we can all benefit from that feedback. Okay. Okay, so that's the idea of how you should be working this quarter. I hope you see that. Okay, it is online, it is tough, it is math on your own. It's not the ideal world to learn a math class, but you're not on your alone. You have a way to to communicate with me, and the textbook has a lot of enhancements to help you understand the material, and I'm here to help. And later I'll schedule some online office hours, so I'll use the chat environment here in Canada, so we can like log in at a certain time, and if you have questions we can live answer some questions. Okay, so shoot me an email or post something if you have any questions. Bye.